Hello everybody, my name is Omarcito and welcome back to another Platinum video. Today I decided to Platinum The Last of Us Part 1 on Grounded difficulty. And let's just say, I never want to do this ever again. But this game consists of 29 trophies including the Platinum. It takes around 10 to 15 hours, but for me, it took me 18. And the difficulty is not a 3 out of 10. It was at least like 7 out of 10. I don't want to exaggerate it too much. And also, there were 140 collectibles in this game.
Oh my god!
I think. Or there's probably more, but there's no way there's more collectibles in this game than there were in the first 3 games of Uncharted. Damn near. And for the people that don't know about grounded difficulty, there's no listen mode, no HUD, resources are damn near extinct, and you're basically cooked. That's all I gotta say. But for the story, we start off as Sarah, Joel's daughter. She gets a call from Joel's brother Tommy saying that we're cooked. So Joel comes back running into the house and starts loading up a Glocky. And then 3 seconds later the neighbor comes in and guess what? Blasted us! And after destroying our neighbor, we run away. And what do you guess? We get blasted! And Sarah's now crippled, so Joel has to carry her all the way until we somehow get safe. And now we get into one of the most depressing, saddest parts of the entire story. This death is... it hits every time I play it.
Listen to me, I know this hurts you. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. Alright, I'm gonna pick you up. I know. Please.
Enough of the sad stuff. We spawn 20 years later and spawn in with a battery.
Shut your stupid.
And then we get our first optional conversation. There's way too many, and this is probably one of the only ones I will show you in the video. Maybe. I don't know. But then we also get our first trophy by getting our first Firefly pendant. God, I don't know why I struggle saying that so much. But I did not get this entire collectibles on my own. I saw PS5 trophies collectible guide, so if you're trying to do this, please go ahead and do it too. And after like 30 minutes of talking, we finally get our gear to head on our journey, where we finally encounter our first set of zombies and get introduced to the combat system with no listen mode. And I wanted to save my bullets, so there was only one thing to do. And just a quick FYI, I did this damn near every interaction. I just started punching with bricks or just my fist, because I wanted to save as many bullets as possible. But we also find our first normal artifact of the game, a piece of paper. We also find probably one of the hardest Firefly pendants to find in the damn game. And I had to waste a bullet for that, man. And just a few minutes later, we get into our first human interaction. And yeah, I low-key forgot I was playing the ground right. And there's way too many of those deaths to come. But who we're after right now is somebody called Robert. He stole our guns or supplies or whatever, and Tess wanted to get back, so that's exactly what we did. But I got stopped with this little boat place. It sucked. I thought I was doing so good in a lot of the parts actually, because I'm decent with stealth in most of the games I play, but man, this game is just different. Yeah, I quit. But after 30 minutes we finally find our boy Robert, where we want to just take a little chat with him. And it turns out that he actually gave the guns to the Fireflies, and Tess was not too happy about that. And now we need to go ahead and find... oh no, never mind. There you go. Fireflies right there.
Need something
And as Marlene said, we needed to smuggle something out of the city, and it was Ellie. She's somehow very important to this game, so we accepted and went through the whole city just to get captured. And it actually turns out that Ellie is actually immune to this fungal infection.
3 weeks old. No, everyone turned
And for some reason, Joel and Tess believed her. I would have just shot her, I'm not gonna lie. But after a whole bunch of more traversing, we finally find our first shift door, and man, I tell you, these shifts are non-existent. But after 30 seconds later, we encounter our first big clicker area. These clickers are deadass, like, so weird. I didn't even move, and they heard me and started attacking me. So I whipped out a little strat to bring them all together and you light them up on fire. And it actually worked, because we also find our first safe of the game, and thankfully there's only 4. But man, the loot is terrible. But we also find our first workbench of the game, where the animations to actually level up your weapon is actually pretty satisfying. And also I have to fully level up one weapon to actually get a trophy. Thankfully it's not every single one like the remastered of PS4. But we finally reached the museum where ultimately Joel gets separated from Tess and Ellie. And we somehow need to find a way back. And I'm telling you, this part is so stupid. Look.
The little pussy belongs to me.
What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, these clickers are so annoying. So I had to whip out the strategy again to lure them in all together and burn them all alive with the Molotov. And this strategy works at least 85% of the time, so I recommend it. And after successfully using the Molotov strategy, I finally make my way back with Tess. And they were in a pretty bad situation. But Bricks and this are my best friend. And I'm telling you, that's all I used damn near the entire game, unless I absolutely had to use bullets. But after destroying these zombies, we actually made our way back to the Capitol building where we were supposed to, and find out that the fireflies there are actually dead. And also, Tess got bit. And because Tess doesn't have the immunity as Ellie does, we had to leave her to die. She tried to hold off as many people as she could, but she didn't do good. And as soon as I beat that, I finally reached Bill's town, and I forgot to record. I know, greatest YouTuber ever. But I'm gonna try to give as much backstory for this section as possible. So we wanted to meet Bill so that we could get a battery so that we could actually get it to our destination quicker. But it obviously wasn't easy because the battery was actually stolen from the only location that Bill knew where was one. And we got ambushed so bad that we even met our first bloater of the game. And on grounded difficulty, it surprisingly wasn't too bad. I didn't die the entire time, and surprisingly he actually didn't take as many bullets as I thought he would, which is actually a good thing, since as I said many times that I need to save as many bullets as possible. But instead of dying to the bloater, I decided to die to its little minis instead, because I wanted to save bullets, not once, but twice. And as we successfully escaped, we actually met a new person, and that person was called Frank. And if you saw the HBO show, you will know exactly what I'm talking about when I watched an entire hour of pure torture. But at least we actually found a truck, and in that truck was the battery that we were trying to find that entire time, which Frank stole. But hey, at least we actually got a trophy for finding a collectible that Bill had to throw away because of his little good old buddy Frank. He didn't want to get those memories back again. But a trophy's a trophy. And the last thing that was left to do was to actually get the truck running so we could actually run away. And Bill ultimately thought that we were going to die with Ellie because Ellie's not the smartest one of all. She really isn't. She's probably the worst NPCs that I've ever had to encounter in any video game of my entire life. And now that Bill doesn't owe us anymore, he told us to get the fuck out of his town. And we did. And Ellie found some very interesting magazines in the back of Frank's truck.
Get rid of that.
I never want to watch that HBO show ever again. I'm still traumatized by it. And also because I forgot to record, here's the trophy that I earned for also finding the first training manual. And now we have reached Pittsburgh, the most friendly and welcoming city of them all, where we ultimately got ambushed damn near immediately entering the city. And also, if you're wondering if the radio stays on after you crash, yes it does. And the hunters really thought that they can end me, but they don't know that I'm the master spammer, as you will see later in the video. And they keep forgetting how gruesome Joe can be with his enemies, like, it's actually insane. But after finally destroying all of those hunters, we find the bus, which actually had the first comic book, which also gave us another trophy. And then we got introduced to probably one of the most annoying optional conversations of them all. Ellie's joke books. It takes me like at least 3 minutes for the optional conversation to actually initiate, and the jokes are not even funny. Like, I can't believe it takes me 10 minutes to actually get this optional conversation.
It was a booby trap.
Like, I just wish I could have just ended her right then and there, but this game won't let me. And finally, back to some action. Like, there is an action every 10 minutes in this game. So I obviously went back to the bricks, fists, and now that I have pipes and 2x4s, woo! Quick little montage of all that, man. Please. And for some reason, one of the NPCs was like really stupid and lit themselves on fire. which helped me out, honestly. And after like ending 30 hunters, I reached an elevator, which would you have guessed, fell down. So now I am all by myself in the basement, in the dark, with zombies all around me, and I have no idea where I'm going. But I did find this keycard, and I also found a blue door, which you actually have to turn on with the generator. And when you activate that generator, a whole bunch of stalkers, runners, and bloaters start chasing after you. And I didn't want to mess with any of that, so the only thing that was left for me to do was just book it to the door. And I was doing very good. Until that happened. But it's okay, because I understand it now. I understand it now.
I understand it now.
I actually had to use bullets for my own safety? Would you have ever guessed that, man? But I obviously get no breaks in this game, so it was just straight back to more fighting. But this time, instead of the clickers, there were hunters. And honestly, fighting the hunters is so much easier than zombies. Especially the clickers. I hate the clickers, as I said many times before. But this scene, this is where you learned why I am the master spammer. And we also find the sexiest form of Joel trying to get some bread. Oh my god, look at that. And Ellie, after 8 hours, was finally useful. She ended somebody. And then started a heated moment where Ellie wanted to finally get a gun. And Joel said no. Instead, I'll give you a rifle. And then I went on to take a break. And I was curious to see if I had all the collectibles as I was looking at through the guide. And to my surprise, I had one optional conversation missing. So I went back to the game and just ended everybody because that was the only way to calm myself and not destroy any remotes. And because I actually beat that section, I decided to just keep playing. And I got introduced to the truck. This gives me flashbacks to Uncharted. A lot of flashbacks, actually. But thankfully I died less here than I actually did on Uncharted. Surprisingly. And after just beating that little quick section, we actually got introduced to two new characters in the game. One being named Henry, and the other one being named Miles Morales. You know, because he played Miles Morales, it's the same voice actor, whatever. Okay. His name is actually Sam. But Henry says that he knows where some fireflies are, so we trust him. And in doing so, we actually get a trophy for turning off this generator. But it was not a good idea because so many more enemies just started raining down. But it really wasn't that bad, so we just quickly moved on from there, and the truck came back. And we also have gotten betrayed. Henry left us. But at least Ellie was a real one and actually stayed with us.
I like you. Have a cupcake.
So we just ran until we made it onto a bridge, and Ellie doesn't know how to swim. And Ellie had bigger balls than Joel to jump into the river even though she didn't know how to swim. And that backfired on us because of her not knowing how to swim. We had to go and try to save her, and we got knocked out. And when we woke up, Henry and Sam were there. And Joel was pissed. But not pissed enough to end them. Just very pissed. And then we finally reached the puzzle into this game, which honestly took me forever to do. But it led to us getting another trophy. I know these trophies feel like they're coming in quick, but they were like hours separated. And once again, I forgot to record. Just know that there was a whole bunch of clickers and I died multiple times. Other than that, we finally reached the new city, and in this city we actually got a couple of trophies. The first one is actually for leveling up my first gun all the way to the max. That's the only gun I will actually be leveling up to the max. And also for finding all of the safes. And, as I said before, there was only 4. And the loot is trash. Also, in this city there is a sniper, and the sniper is really bad. I only struggled to actually reach the house that was all the way in the back of the map. But other than that, once I got the sniper and started sniping myself, it was really, really fun. Even though I failed to protect Ellie, Henry, and Sam, I didn't even know that was possible. But but it is. And also tried to change the events, if you know you know, by shooting the zombie from Sam first. But you'll see soon that it didn't change a damn thing because Sam actually got bit and he turned the next day, which led to a honestly crazy event.
Henry, no.
Hopefully I don't get like banned, but oh well. We're now in fall and we get some new drip.
All this design that got me drip.
And this level we also get 2 trophies. This one right here is for not giving Ellie a high five.
Be careful crossing
And
that
she
thing.
sounded pretty mad at me, but I have to do what I have to do for the trophy. And I am not sorry, because your joke books are terrible. But also we find our brother, Tommy. After 20 years, he is also still alive. And this optional conversation, I'm telling you, you saw me hit it. You saw me hit it. And also got a trophy for petting the dog. And we got into a heated argument with Tommy, and he said, "Do I remember how to kill?" Do I remember? Yeah, it was quite the opposite that entire time. I lost way too many times. Also, for the heated argument that Joel and Tommy had, it was because Joel wanted to give Ellie to Tommy so that he could take her to the Fireflies because he knows more about the area and knows where they are more than Joel does. And Ellie knew, so she just ran away until we found her in this ranch house, which led to another very emotional scene.
No idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
Enough of that, back to clapping some people's cheeks. Also, a quick summary about what just happened. Joel decided to take Ellie himself instead of Tommy. And we are in the University of Eastern Colorado because this is where Tommy said that the Fireflies are still at. Which they might be. And also, Joel got separated from Ellie again, and now we are with a whole bunch of clickers and a bloater. So I had to whip out the strategy again because it works 85% of the time. And I had to kill this bloater even though I really did not want to, because once I kill him, he actually drops a Firefly feather. And honestly, I don't even know what I was trying to do here, but as you can see, I lost. So I had to ultimately use my shotgun, which I did not want to because it's the shotgun. But I needed this Firefly pendant so I could get all the collectibles in the game. And also, the Fireflies are not there. They left.
Yeah, no shit.
And of course, the zombies were not the only ones there trying to destroy us, because there's way too many hunters there that actually led to Joe getting overpowered and getting him actually hurt. He wasn't able to use his magical medkit to heal him out of death this time. Because yeah, no medkit is healing this. And Joe was basically unconscious, so Ellie was doing her own thing.
I'm finna Swiss cheese your ass on Lil Susie.
Shut.
I think we're safe.
And Joel finally passed out, which led to winter. And now that we cannot control Joel anymore, guess who we are? If you get it wrong, you're stupid. We are now Ellie! And as we were looking for some more food, we found a guy named David. And let's just say, his cheeks are gonna get clapped later.
What?
But playing as Ellie was probably one of the worst experiences ever. No bullets, damn near ever, only in the beginning. And they even sent in a bloater. At least I don't get my face ripped open like Joel did. I just get knocked down. But god, it sucked so much. And David knew who we were. And he wanted to destroy us. Because we killed so many of his men from the hospital, and I forgot from where else, but for some reason he gave us medicine and we just ran away and inserted it right into Joel. And this is like some magical medicine, I'm telling you, man. So we just went night night, and as soon as we woke up, ambushed.
What do they want from us?
But this is no other kind of ambush. They killed horsey. The horse. No. We were not gonna let that slide, and we didn't let it slide. Every single person that I saw, dead. They killed Horsey. Also, David found us, and he wanted us alive. So he kidnapped us, put us into a cage, gave us some mystery meat, and also, he wanted us in a very different way. But you know that Ellie ain't about that, if you know in The Last of Us Part 2. So he broke his finger. And seconds later, Joel resurrected from that mystery medicine. And Joel wasted absolutely no time to get back up and just start murdering people again. And Joel's interrogation tactics are insanely wild because he got the information of where Ellie was so fast and he didn't let him see another day. So now we're back as Ellie, about to get chopped up, but she says that she is infected, shows the infection, and they get distracted for 1 second, and they had to pay the price. So we ran away, and David eventually caught up to us into this cabin where it also lit on fire, which led to a little 1v1 sequence of me versus David. And the only way to defeat him was to stab him 3 times in the back so that we can get this little cutscene at the end, which you'll see. But in this little 1v1 sequence, it really wasn't that hard at all. I just had to run away like for 1 entire minute straight, but he's honestly genuinely very stupid because he started hiding from me at one point. And I want you guys to see right here with this little cutscene how we ended up getting knocked out here, but then we wake up in the middle. And as we eventually gain control of Ellie once again, David wanted to do something very, very disturbing to us. But he forgot that the knife was on our reach, and Ellie just took over and stabbed David at least 20 times in a period of 10 seconds. Until eventually Joe came back and comforted her because, yeah, it was a very rough scene. And now, we are now reaching the final chapters of this game. We have now made it into the hospital, where I forgot to record again. But we found the Fireflies, and Marlene was talking to us that Ellie actually needed to die to actually make this cure work. But it was never gonna work, so Joe made the manly decision to kill every single one of the Fireflies and rescue Ellie. I can't believe I forgot to record 3 times! But in this final section of the game, we actually found the last Firefly pendant, which gave me the trophy of finding all the Firefly pendants. So now I finally reached the final encounter of the game where there were at least 20 Fireflies blocking the door from me and Ellie. And I honestly just stood into this one single spot and all the Fireflies were just coming in, which made it really easy for me to destroy them all. Until I finally reached the procedure room where Ellie was found unconscious on the table, ready to get her head split open. And we found a doctor, which led to every single event of The Last of Us Part 2. And I took my time in this part. Don't know why, but I just felt like doing so. I was even taking a little too long that the game just started lagging for me. But this doctor, I had to take my sweet time. But now we finally got Ellie back and we just started running away until we reached the parking lot where we met Marlene. And we were having a couple little chats about, oh, give me Ellie back. No, you can't have her. So Joe just shot her and finished the game there.
Let me go.
And let me tell you, that was pretty badass. And I also found the last comic book of the game, quote unquote, but I didn't have a shiv to get the other comic book, so I didn't get the trophy. And then Ellie started questioning Joel that everything about the Fireflies, that there was about like more than a dozen with immunity, that there was never going to be a cure, and then blah blah blah. Yeah, he just straight up lied to her face. And that was it. That was The Last of Us Part 1. And also because there was no difficulty trophy in the game, I only got 1 trophy, and it was just for finishing the game. And just before I go on to Left Behind, yes, everything was completed on Grounded, so I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. I need to get the like 3 collectibles that I missed. The Shiv Door, the comic book, in Pittsburgh. I missed the optional. I don't even know where I missed this damn optional conversation. I did everything. There's 3 things in the entire game. So yeah, I had to go back and get a couple of trophies for building every item, for unlocking every shift door, for collecting every single comics, and also for upgrading and also destroying a certain weapon. And just so y'all know, yes, I will be doing Grounded in The Last of Us Left Behind. And let me tell you, Left Behind was so much harder than the normal game. I struggled so fucking hard. But this was just another level where there was at least like 20 optional conversations back to back, which were easily missable. And also, Ellie's an alcoholic now. I don't even want to get too much into this story, but Riley and Ellie are best friends. Riley's a Firefly, and that was her last day there, so Riley wanted to give Ellie one more time of happiness with her and go to the mall and damn near get killed and get a whole bunch of trophies for my platinum, like this one, which was to beat her in a little break contest. And there's so much more annoying things to do here. And for some reason, they decided to turn on the electricity of this building. These girls are stupid. Also, this is alternating from Ellie's thoughts and also the real world, so we went right back into fighting some stalkers damn near right away, and my god, were these annoying. But I needed to get some gasoline so I could turn on the generator and leave, because this entire level is just so I could find a medkit for Joel, because this is prior before getting that magical medicine which resurrected him. So we found a big medical helicopter that was stuck in the roof of the mall, and once we turned on the generator, this door could open, which led to the helicopter. But Ellie decided to not close the door behind her, which led to a whole bunch of clickers following me, and yeah, that was not good. But once we jumped into the helicopter, we got into a little cutscene, and also we found the medkit. And there was actually stuff in it, which is really surprising. And Ellie, for some reason, decided to go back in time once again. So I had to suffer through 6 minutes of jokes. I'm not even kidding. This took forever. But at least it was for the trophy. Then a couple minutes later, Riley and Ellie found a photo booth which nothing weird and cringy happened in, but at least we got the last optional conversation which gave us the trophy. And then we also found an arcade which we played Jack and Daxter, the racing car game, which was just pure imagination. I didn't play a damn thing. And then we also beat Angel Knives without taking a single hit, which then gave us another trophy. And then we also beat Riley in the squirt game, which then gave us another trophy. And then for some reason, whoa! The f. And then just a whole bunch of zombies just started coming in because they were retards and decided to turn on the electricity. And now we're back straight into fighting, which I like so much more. And I also found the last collectible of the game. Thank you, PlayStation Trophies, for the ultimate guide. And then for the second to last trophy item on my list, it was to awaken some zombies and to actually make them kill some hunters, which led to a trophy. That's probably the best way I can explain. I don't know. But we have now reached the hardest part of the entire game, in my opinion, and I was unmuted, so you will hear me rage, and this is very loud, so be warned. This entire second wave of enemies was so unbelievably stupid. They had aimbot, the hunting rifles would one-tap me every single time in the head, even pistols would one-tap me every single time in the head. I had no health, no bullets, and every time I thought that I was doing good, I was not, because there was always somebody else behind me that would just one-tap me in the back or just one-punch me in the back. So yeah, you're gonna hear me rage. Bro, what the fuck? So yeah, I feel like I died way more in Left Behind than the normal game. What the fuck? And I start all the way back here? Are you actually, like, sucking my fucking balls right now, dude? Holy fuck. Blank range to a pistol and they fucking one-shot me, but they one-shot me far away. Make that shit make sense. Until I finally had to run for like at least over an hour of just straight deaths. I locked in so hard in that. Okay, that fucker here. Oh, fuck, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Fucking hunter rifle. I'm fucking dead. I'm out of bullets. Oh my god, there was bullets right here.
That's it.
Oh my god, I fucking did it.
If anyone's alive, don't even think about surprising me.
They gave me
You
4
lit up like your
bullets on
friends,
the
you hear
last.
me?
I know it didn't seem very hard, but it's because I did edit a lot of it out because I didn't say some very YouTube-friendly things. But don't think I didn't say anything too bad. But I just don't want to get demonetized. So just know that I ran away as Ellie after I finally beat that section because of all those zombies that were there. And let me know where this bike came from because that thing just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, Ellie and Riley got overrun by the zombies and led them to both actually getting bit. And they were all sad. Oh no, we should take the easy way out. Oh no, we should take the hard way out. Oh, we should just live it through. Just live life. Blah, 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 blah. But yep, that was Left Behind. Also, I know that it says 24 out of 29 on the top left, but it's because my PlayStation didn't decide to record the last couple of trophies. So here they are as screenshots because it didn't want to record. But other than that, the platinum, it can't be for nothing. I suffered so much. But I promise you, everything was done and grounded, as you can see. Proof. I do not lie about this. I suffered way too much. And also, that was for my 69th platinum trophy.
These ratings are off the charts!
How much pussy does this motherfucker get?
We read 0 pussy, ma'am.
Dear God.
I know. Don't wet your pants. That's a lot of platinums. So I might actually make a review. If you guys want to see a review of my account, I will make that. So just let me know in the comments below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!
What? You gonna hop on my car?